Alright. Hey, what's up guys? It's just Chili, so welcome back to Tsukihime Piece of Glass Moon. Last time we got an ending. Not the ending I was expecting. Because apparently way back in day 9 I put myself onto a bad end. So yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. So now we have to go through all of day 10 again, but we'll be skipping through it obviously, so that way we don't have to repeat a bunch of stuff, but it'll make it awkward when we come across something that isn't a repeat, because then I'll be like, what's the context for this again? Yeah, it's, I don't know, we'll deal with it as we go. Maybe 6. But yeah, let us load the data. And hopefully things go a wee bit better today. Perhaps. As I sleep, I dream. A hazy, meaningless dream that lingers on my tongue like a burnt sugar. Do you want her? Meow. Oh. I have reason enough to, and we've grown so close. Everything is such a mess now that I can't remember how I felt at first. But no matter how messy our relationship is, there's no denying that I've developed feelings for her. True? Yeah, I was just adjusting audio. Yeah. But then there's CL to think about too, though. Do you love her? I don't know anymore. Yeah, she did kind of lie to us. I just realized I'm still on 30 FPS. I forgot to change it. Too late now. I'm not. I would have to like end stream for a moment and then change it, and you know, whatever. No, we'll stay at 30 FPS. I can't be bothered. I know I want to see her. I want to hear her voice. But when I imagine openly declaring my feelings, I hesitate. She means a lot to me, but I'm scared to consider what I mean to her. I recall that stormy afternoon after my encounter with Arkwid. After I learned who I truly am. Well, no. There's no sugarcoating it, yeah. As great of a menace as vampires are to humanity, my eyes are no less of an abomination. Yeah. I should never have been born at all. Oh, in a just world, I would have frozen to death right there in the rain. Okay, buddy. Are you okay? No, actually that's a dumb question. Of course you're not. That's what would have happened if she hadn't assured me that I could still atone. More than love, I feel an overwhelming gratitude to her, and with that, a desire to not disappoint her. So now I don't know how I feel. All I wanted was to see her smile, so why? Why did I do the one thing I should never have done? Why did I call? I'm pretty sure we've seen this before, but I'm doing this anyway just because I feel like I should. Why'd I cause her so much pain? Then when we get to like going to school and whatnot, I'll skip.
Shiki-sama.
Hi. Alright, well. Ooh, actually. Last time I prioritized CL, right? So let me make sure. Yeah, no. Today seals my priority. No, last time I should say good morning. Today seals my priority. Today seals my priority. Indeed. Something tells me that if I don't hurry, I'll never see her again. I can't afford a leisurely breakfast right now.
Shiki-sama.
Sorry, Hisui, but, don't have time to spare. Hisui's voice follows me from the dining room as I make for the door. She looks at me with concern in her eyes. Who knows how long she's been waiting here for me. I feel bad, but yeah. Probably for the best, maybe. Oh, poor Hisui. Before Hisui can say anything more, I hurry off. A convenience store stop on the way will have to do for breakfast. I feel bad for always causing Hisui trouble, but getting to school is my top priority right now. Even though it doesn't affect anything because we end up meeting with CL anyway in the other choice, but yeah, maybe we meet here in the morning rather than at lunch. I don't know. I arrive at the school gates. Since I ran the entire way, it isn't even 7:30 yet. I stand by the gates and wait for CL. A few students shoot me suspicious glances as they pass, but I don't pay them any attention. Yeah, fuck them. Who cares what they think? The time crawls past 7:30. Students are arriving in droves now. With clubs having been suspended, this is the peak of the morning rush. The school gates are getting more congested by the second. I see no sign of CL among the crowd. Okay, I think it's gonna end up being the exact same. 7:50 a.m. Only 5 minutes until the gates close. I still haven't found her. Maybe she's already inside. Maybe she used the rear entrance today. Maybe. Or maybe she's... No, she is. So don't you worry your head. My heart aches at the thought. It frightens me to even entertain such a notion. But what really repulses me is that it no longer seems unthinkable. On some level, I feel like I've already accepted it. Yeah. Yeah, she must just be taking the day off, surely. She probably needs to recover from last night. I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after. And if not then the day after that. When it comes down to it, all I can do is wait. Even if that means waiting forever. Yeah, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I tune out the unease building at the back of my mind. There's no point in waiting around any longer, and homeroom's about to start. After one last look back at the street, I head inside. Alright. Oh, I can't skip. Oh, no, yeah, I can. It was just, when it was loading, I couldn't... Oh, okay, I think... okay. How long has it been since I ate? I thought all my senses... Okay. I thought all my senses had gone numb, but apparently hunger is an exception. Arihiko's already gone to get himself something. My vertigo is acting up again, and I need some food to distract myself with. Okay. So I couldn't skip that one random line, but I can skip it now that we're here? Why? I look around for an open seat. That's odd. Let's see. I'm not gonna skip this part. For a second, I thought I saw someone who looked just like CL. Now that's hilarious. I'm seeing her everywhere I look. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I remember this part pretty well, so yeah. I think last time we did Curry Fiend, didn't we? I think. Yeah, we did Curry Fiend and Perfect 10. I guess we might as well see just one. You'll always be CL to me.
俺にとってシエル先輩は先輩です。いつもキビキビしていて、人のことばっかり気にかけて、メガネが似合っていてかっこよくて、俺を助けてくれた先輩です。
Yeah, you're the goat.
そんなこと先輩が否定しても俺が断言します。とにかく俺にとって先輩は何があっても先輩なんです。
Yeah, so don't make assumptions and I'm dropping frames. What the heck? What the hecky?
吸血鬼だなんて思ったこともないし、怪物だなんて思うこともありません。すごい人だと思ったことは何度もあるけど、それでおじけづくこともないんです。
Is that true? I feel like she probably scared you a little bit when she like slit her own neck open, I would think. Maybe not in the being scared of her, but being scared of what... Well, okay, I guess that... okay, yeah.
だから、さっきみたいなことを言わないでください。先輩はなんかな人じゃないんですから。それにシエル先輩がいずれ消えてしまう人なんだってこともちゃんと覚悟しています。先輩は卒業するまで学校にいると言ってくれたけど、町から吸血鬼がいなくなればどこかに行ってしまう。
I mean, you never know. She can stick around to graduation. Oh, sorry.
でもあんなさよならはしたくない。最後に見る先輩の顔は笑顔であってほしいんです。
What a pure maiden Shiki is. As I say this, I can actually feel tears threatening to come. I look down so she doesn't see. Having accepted that my worst fear would someday come to pass, I let my emotions get the best of me and spill my heart out. But I said what I want to do. I have so much more to say, so much more to ask. But for now, I'm glad I was able to tell her how I feel.
ありがとうございます。今のお返事は素直にびっくりするぐらい嬉しいです。
Okay.
それとごめんなさい。意固地になっていたのは私の方だったみたいです。
A little bit, a little bit.
先輩。
I raised my head.
お話はよくわかりました。それじゃあ遠野くんは私がどんな体でも気にしないと言うんですか？
No, it's fine.
もちろんです。まあ、どんな体という意味を
any kind is maybe a
その
little
限りではないですけどね。
maybe a little much, but yeah.
じゃあ一緒にいても嫌わないですか？
No, not really.
嫌いません。むしろ謝らせてください。昨日は一日先輩を困らせてばかりでした。アルクエイドのことだって先輩に相談していれば穏便に済んだだろうし。
I don't know about that. They still could have lost it at each other, you know. There's no guarantee that things would have gone any better, but yeah, sure, maybe.
これからはちゃんと先輩の忠告を聞きますから許してください。
Hey, Meredith, catching up on okay. I bow my head in apology. Whatever reasons I may have had, I ended up causing her pain. I quietly resolve never to do that again.
まったく遠野く
We'll
ん
see
には
about
叶い
that.
ませんね。
We'll see about that.
忠告を聞くってまだ戦う気満々じゃないですか。もう私や吸血鬼には関わるなと念を押しに来たのに、そんな顔をされたら放っておけません。
Exactly. You gotta resign yourself to the fact that he's gonna be helping one way or another.
先輩、それじゃあ。
CL sighs through a poorly concealed grin and gets to her feet.
よろしい。なら握手しましょう。
Alright, should we spit on our hands too? Do the old spit and shake or regular or do regular like
はい。 仲直りの握手です。それで昨日のことはお互い水に流しましょう。
Under the bridge.
まあ、遠野くんが私と手をつなぐのが嫌だというのなら、別にしなくてもいいですけど。
Who implied such a thing?
嫌なわけがありません。
Shake my head. I clasp my hand around hers. Her fingers are slender, pale, and soft. They burn with the warmth of human life.
はい、これで仲直りです。これからもよろしくお願いしますね、遠野くん。
We'll try. Might have a few missteps along the way, but we'll try. A familiar smile spreads across Ciel's face. I blush a little as I reply in agreement.
それとありがとう。ちゃんと俺に分かるように食堂に来てくれて、先輩にまた会えて嬉しくて仕方がありません。
Those should have been the first words I said to her. I'm ashamed to have left them till now. Yeah, I should have said that rather than, what the fuck? I thought you were leaving! Or I think it was something like that. I skipped over it, so I'm not... Oh. I accidentally hit the left trigger. Sent me back. Ciel's eyes widened for a moment. And then her face softens into a gentle, content smile. Nice. The gang's back together. Alright, we finish eating and leave the cafeteria. With only a few minutes of lunch left, it's time to split up and return to our respective classes. Me to my own second-year classroom, Ciel to her third-year classroom. Wait a second. In all my euphoria, there's something I forgot. Don't we need to talk about the Arcwood situation, or what to do about Roa's remaining minions? What I did last time? Last time I went with the second option. I feel like you guys said that option 1 led to a bad end, or am I crazy? I feel like I vaguely remember something about this being a bad end choice, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, I'd better bring up now just in case, I guess. Alright, this part's gonna be really long though. I mean, I don't really need to see all this because we've... yeah, we've already seen all this, so I can just go ahead and... can't put this off forever, turn it back to bullet. Alright, let's just do this. Don't talk about all this stuff. Yeah, he collapses. And then here in a moment, he should mention... wow, this is longer than I remember it. Holy cow. Oof. Yeah, okay, yeah, he just brought up the fact that Roa should have been killed. Alright. If I remember, hang on, just double check. Yeah, we didn't do option 1 yet. I can't let her go alone. I'll join her. I can't let her go alone, especially in her current rattled state. Besides, while I'm not as seasoned as her, this wouldn't be my first excursion to a vampire's den.
また、俺も行きます。協力していいって言ったばかりでしょ、先輩。
Ciel stops in her tracks. Either she lets me join her, or she effectively ends our partnership. I'd expected her to mull this over for a few seconds, but she makes a decision instantly.
無駄な所感は挟まず、冷静な判断を保てると誓いますか？
I swear to Bob.
誓います。先輩の邪魔はしません。
We'll see about that.
いいでしょう。同行してください。
Alright, this is the okay, I'm gonna skip from here too. I remember this fairly well. Yeah, like I figured, like most of this day is skip content. It's about what I thought it would be. Yeah, they're fighting. Ciel's gonna maim her. Yeah, here we go. And we leave here in a moment, at least. She makes us, yeah. She puts a spell on us, basically trying to make it so we feel like we're just a regular human no matter what. And, yeah. Yeah, he was. Damn, this was an entire skip, pretty much. Yeah, Noelle getting injected and becoming a monster of epic proportions. A real monster this time, not just a psycho. Okay, well, let's see how the epilogue, quote unquote, goes this time. A hot summer day. Huge fluffy clouds cover the blue sky. The air shimmers with heat. And the keening of cicadas eats at me. The cries of the cicadas. Screech, 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 screech. Screech, screech. It's so loud, I wish I was dead. Understandable, I guess. Cicada husks are scattered around. It feels as if the beating sun is right on top of us. Burning, sizzling, scorching the clearing. A hot midsummer day. It's as if the world has warped into one massive frying pan. Sob, sob, sob. Sob, 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 sob. Akiha's crying. I know we saw this at the start of day 11 last time too, but I'm not gonna skip it just because I'm not sure when it'll swap, like when it'll change from last time, so I'm just not gonna. Well, I mean, I guess it would stop me from skipping at that point, but I just want to do the whole day as one thing. I hit the controller on the table. Aki's crying, child is on the ground next to her. He lies deathly still, his white shirt stained a deep red. I gaze down at them. My hands drip with the same shade of red. No, that's not right. My hands are soaked in his blood. That's what it is. Murderer! In other words, I've always been a murderer. Ever since I was a child. Murder. Murder. I see a sunless garden. A field of flowers blooming by the pale moonlight. High above, a porcelain visage blots out the cosmos. At the convergence of the spheres stands a creature of virgin white. Her mind untouched by language. Her own will a stranger. Her only purpose the deliverance of death. Drenched in blood, yet not a scratch upon her. For it is her kin's lifeblood that stains her dress crimson. To spill it is her only freedom. Now that her work is done, she has fallen like a star back to Earth, to be sealed again within the castle's heart. There she will fall into a sleep from which she may be woken but cannot wake. But for now, ignorant of that fate, she gazes with faraway eyes at the distant moon. In her countenance I saw eternity. Or did I? Did I really? Perhaps I simply imagined it. Not that it matters, truth or illusion, it is the same. Her figure will remain seared into my eyeballs long after I am dead. A phantom flower, a mote of living starlight unparalleled on this earth. I thought to pluck that star for my own. Death cannot part a bride and groom equal in immortality. So I would forge a wedding band in blood. An unending chain of fate to transcend the carnage we would wreak on one another. I knew full well that I condemned myself to hell. For in accepting this closed circle, I forsook my dream of infinity. I just got a Windows notification, but it only pops up on my main monitor, which is swapped over to my console currently, so I have no idea what it was. Well, I'll worry about that later, okay? I wake from a long slumber. As soon as I realize that I'm in my room, I put my glasses back on. Someone must have left the window open. I can hear the chirping of birds from the garden outside. A cool breeze brushes my cheek. Faint sunlight filters through my eyelids. It's another peaceful morning. Heaving myself out of bed, I glance at the date and time. It's Friday, 7 in the morning. I'm feeling far from my best. My body is lethargic, feverish. Yesterday's tumultuous series of events taking its toll. Yeah. Merely taking a deep breath makes me want to throw up. I mean, yeah, no, understandable. Your teacher, who you thought you were kind of on okay terms with, tried to murder you, and it's the whole thing. It's understandable. This isn't anemia, though. It's discomfort born from hunger. Nausea grips me like a vice, as though there's something toxic lodged in my guts.
失礼いたします。
Our conference. I wasn't, because I kind of wanted day 11 to all be one thing, but I guess we just saw it the other day, so I guess until it gets to when it's different, I guess we... And I kind of wanted it all in one, like, smooth day. I don't know. A maid enters the room. Surprise ripples across her face as she sees me. She must have expected for me, me to be asleep. Okay.
おはようございます。お目覚めになられていたのですね、四季様。
Yeah. Her faintest gesture makes me bristle. Okay, so he's still getting upset over... Oh, yeah, it is, like, the same up until he tries to go to bed, huh? I guess. Or I could use the... Alright, that's a quick save. I'll do that. Config. You know, no, I don't like that option. I'll just keep using the turbo. Yeah, Mizuka's back, and I don't trust it one bit. I feel like she is 1,000,000% vampire. But, you know, we'll see. Okay. So, let me just... no more vampires prowling the streets, no more monsters to fight, no more church women. All is well. With a heavy sigh, I let myself fall into a deep sleep. Okay. I must be hearing things. I awake to the sound of people screaming. Okay, instead of him going out a little bit earlier and him finding his own meal to snack on and watching the carnage, he gets woken by the carnage. Okay. I awake to the sound of people screaming. It's past midnight. My stomach is berating me for going to sleep without dinner. But it's not as though I can cook myself, so I'll have to head outside and see what I can find. What kind of logic is that? What do you mean go out? Okay. Alright, buddy. Incidentally, when we talk about eating, we're really conflating two different things. There's eating for pleasure, which requires time and effort. And then there's eating for sustenance, which can be done efficiently. It's the latter I'm interested in tonight. In my current lethargic state, I have no energy to waste. But instead, I end up watching dinner unfold from afar. Yeah, Noel. Yeah, he is. I don't think she cares if you're willing to do anything. She just wants your blood to be spilled on the concrete. From atop of the building, from atop a building, I watched the bodies drive. I see. She's only taken 6 victims for now, but 6 of the dead will soon become exponentially more. She's making a game of it. It's like watching a predator toying with its prey, savoring their suffering to feed its sadism. Yet more evidence that common rabble cannot be trusted with this kind of power. Interesting. Didn't he have a different take on it in the bad end? Invariably, they get carried away, devouring all the quarry in sight when a single meal would do. I look down at my own hands. I guess it's because maybe Shiki is still fighting. Is the way we feed righteous or wicked? Can we be permitted to take the time to savor our meal? To eat not for survival but for pleasure? Of course we can. Oh. It is the responsibility of the hunted to defend themselves from the hunter. So decrees the law of nature. True. I guess. Is it the slaughter of other creatures that defines the beast of prey? The reliance on other species for sustenance? If so, dead apostles are not the ultimate predator. Humanity is. A species which compensates for its natural weaknesses through technological and cultural advancement. A true ancestor would put it thus. Ultimately, it is humanity who will claim the greatest prey of all, the Earth itself. Sounds about right, yeah. However, the ultimate predator is not necessarily the strongest. It is simply the species with the most optimized methods. While human beings excel as a species, they are laughably weak as individuals. Moreover, they're plagued by a systemic evil, their dependence on consuming every other form of... Hang on, I read that wrong, I think. Moreover, they're plagued by a systemic evil, their dependence on consuming every other form of life to survive. I read that as like one like straight thing rather than like pausing, which made it sound different than it was meant to be. They cannot help but prey on others, indiscriminate of their victim's intelligence or biological similarity. So to condemn the slaughter underway as a deliberate act of malice would be arrogant in the extreme. Again, the game brings up a valid point. Us humans do hunt, you know, deer and the like, and fish, and have whole farms dedicated to raising and killing animals for food. So it's like, I guess, can we really say the dead apostles or vampires in general are evil because they feed on us? I don't know. If anyone is at fault here, it's the dead. They who lived in ignorance of their predator status and so failed to act in their own defense. You're wrong. Okay, Shiki is fighting back this time. Arguing. You'd never say that if you knew what it was like to be weak. Preach all you like to your own kind, but leave us out of it. Nope. I don't think help is coming, lady. Because she must feast. That's why. It's an invigorating spectacle, but I've had enough for tonight. Nothing quite ruins the appetite like unsolicited opinions on one's diet and etiquette, least of all from one's own body. The aroma lingering in the air is enough to satisfy my stomach for now. I should get back to my room before I wake up. Okay. So we're okay. We still have some control. On my way home, I stopped to look at the sky. The moon looms so large it could fall from the heavens at any moment. I thought I'd curbed my appetite for tonight, but still my throat yearns for a fine vintage.
Yo, そろそろ目は覚めたか、バルダムよ。
Hi, Mario. Okay, I want to know what this would have been like in the bad end. Because surely Mario would have approached him in the bad end too, right? A woman would be nice. There's an exquisite specimen in the mansion, but I hesitate to lay my hands on her. Not that the thought of preying on my own family gives me pause. Rather, my self-preservation instincts warn me it would be the last thing I ever do. Yeah, oh, so he could tell Akiha would beat his ass. I'll save her for last. But on second thought, perhaps I should claim her now while my metamorphosis remains undetected. What do you mean, undetected? Well, I can still catch her by surprise.
上出来だ。一縷の望みにかけた甲斐があった。てめえは電波情報のガンだ。回線がつながっている肉体なら、たやすく安全な方に転移できる。
Are you gonna do something to expel him from Shiki's body, or are you gonna... What's your plan here, Mario?
今までの資料に目を通して分かったよ。てめえはできれば転生なんざしたくねえのさ。失われるものが多すぎるからな。だからまだその時代に残れる術があるのならそっちにかけると信じてたぜ。
Consider the following. Suppose someone named A can steal others' life force, okay? I'm supposing, and they steal it from someone named B. Their relationship may resemble that of a vampire and a human, but it's fundamentally different. A treats life force like currency. While B is alive, A has unrestricted access to their bank account, their vitality, so to speak. Although this benefits A alone, it is a codependent relationship.
これは今までのてめえにはできなかったことだ。ま、偶然のなせる奇跡ってやつだな。
Yeah, life's crazy like that.
たまたま転生した先のガキに吸血鬼じみた異能があり、その犠牲者がしつこく生き残りやがった。
Crazy how life works, yeah.
悲惨な話だがね。この町には一心同体の人手なしが2人もいたことになる。
Would you call our Shiki schizo? I mean, I guess he sees lines that shouldn't. I guess. A in this example is the original Shiki Tono, scion of ancient beings peculiar to this land. When the madness in his blood began to manifest, he was disposed of by his father, but secretly had access to a secondary source of life force in B. That is, in Shiki Tono, his family's adopted son of a similar name. Consequently, Shiki A survived his brush with death, while Shiki B died, his bank account drained by Shiki A. This was not the end, however. The situation was complicated by external factors that brought Shiki B back to life.
だが、そのおかげで俺も薄皮一枚で首がつながった。
Mario, I'm still curious about what your game is here, buddy.
代行者は本国に帰投させた。真相も俺が抑える。
Okay.
てめえは安心して目を覚ませ。その後ゆっくり不老の秘術について取引しようじゃねえか。
I'm guessing it's not him he wants eternal life for, it's his father, who people think is actually his grandfather, but in reality it's his father. Or do I have it backwards? One of those. His father, grandfather, whichever. I'm assuming it's for him. And not Mario himself. Maybe. Shiki B was taken to a hospital where his life was saved by surgery. Or rather, where he was preserved on the brink of death. A vampire of the Western breed would have granted him their blood, and with it, a long life as their minion. But their Eastern counterparts are different. Through some unknown art, they can bring a human back from the dead, their humanity intact without a drop of blood. How fascinating. Small and remote this island may be, it's for that very reason that the ancient mystics linger here in such abundance. And among them, this clan, a relic from times of yore. Even if vampires had never appeared in Soya, its downfall wouldn't have been far off. Ah, it's been so long. 8 years, in fact, since I last set foot in this house. Well, I mean, technically you woke up in this house, but sure. I guess maybe it's supposed to be that it was still mainly Shiki when they woke up and headed out the door. I don't know, maybe. Alright, so Mario's doing some fuck shit. Oh, that's great. How much of a murder That was the did we murder Hisui and Kohaku? I bolt upright. My body is sheathed in sweat. Whatever I was dreaming about, it can't have been good, because that was the lounge or whatever. Whatever I was dreaming about, it can't have been good. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Odd, I don't remember having any nightmares. If anything, I feel like I've slept deeper than I have in ages. It's like I've been under for a whole day. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't wake up to any unpleasant sights, but I'm amazed I fell asleep like that. I must have been really out of sorts if I forgot to take them off. I don't know, man. Actually, I'd prefer not to think about what happened in the lobby. I'd better tell Akiha about the chair myself. I don't want Hisui to get in trouble. Oh, no, he's taking... Okay, he's taking the... I mean, the rightful blame, of course. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised he even remembers that, really. There's a knock at the door. A rather reserved one, I note, before a familiar figure enters the room.
おはようございます、四季様。昨夜はよくお眠りになられましたでしょうか?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Oh... Shiki, say you're sorry. Hisui greets me with a bow, a deep bow. She doesn't seem to bear any ill will over yesterday's episode. It's her job not to, of course, but I still appreciate the sentiment.
ああ、おはよう、翡翠。それと、昨日はごめん。椅子を壊したことは俺からアキハに謝るから、翡翠は知らなかったことにしてくれ。
かしこまりました。
Okay, she relented on that fairly quickly.
ですが、椅子の件でしたら姉さんが内密に処理してくれましたので、アキハ様への報告はなくともよろしいかと存じます。
But won't Akiha question the fact that there's a chair missing? Eventually, maybe.
琥珀さんが
I feel guilty hiding things from Akiha, but better than that than accidentally get Hisui in trouble. At least that's what I tell myself. More like you don't want to get your ass beat.
わかった。
Over it, okay.
俺もそういうことにしておくよ。ありがとう、翡翠。琥珀さんにもお礼を言っておいてくれ。
Wait, what wordage did she use? Hang on. Um.
かしこまりました。ですが、椅子の件でしたら姉さんが内密に処理してくれましたので。
Alright, she said Nei-san. So I think this is Hisui. I think.
ありがとう、翡翠。琥珀さんにもお礼を言っておいてくれ。
はい。四季様にそう言っていただけるのなら、姉さんも喜ぶと思います。それより、四季様。今日は何曜日だかお分かりでしょうか?
No? The clock shows that it's Monday, a little past... Wait a damn second here. Monday, you say? Is that right? Did we? No, we didn't go to school yesterday, did we? Hang on. I feel like I'm crazy now. We did. Yes, we missed... Yeah, so where did Sunday go? I don't get why she's asking me something so obvious.
月曜日だけど、それが
失礼いたしました。
Um,
私の思い違いだったようです。それでは制服に着替え次第、食堂の方へおいでください。
right. Okay. Sure. He lays a freshly pressed school uniform on my desk and leaves the room in silence. Yeah, 'cause we were in school yesterday, meaning that it had to have been, again, going off normal Japanese school days, at least Saturday. But then, yeah, Sundays just disappeared, apparently. Oh, and yeah, it even says day 14 morning. On the note. Very, very, very interesting. So we lost an entire day somehow. I pull myself together and get out of bed. As I change out of my pajamas and into my uniform, I spot my knife lying on the desk. I've kept this memento of my father in my pocket ever since receiving it, but I doubt I'll have a reason to use it again. You should probably bring it with you, though, to be safe. My time with CL, my time with Arquid, Vlov, and all the vampire hunting business. I've woken up one day to find it's all come to an end. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, nothing to worry about. School doesn't hold the same appeal, knowing CL won't be there. But ultimately, I'm just going back to my old life. I haven't lost anything that I had more than a few days ago. Everything that matters is right where I left it, waiting for me. I suppose that was CL's parting gift. When I frame it like that, I don't feel like CL's departure will break me. I'll never forget her, but I'm strong enough to carry on without her. If I keep telling myself that, day after day, maybe it'll eventually become true. I stow the knife in a drawer and leave my room. Time to face the day. School isn't going to wait around for me. What happened in the day we missed, though? That's what I want to know. It's 7:45 a.m. The time of day when the streets are overflowing with school-bound students. A few faces look bleary with sleep, but in general the mood is bright. The end of the recent string of bizarre events has taken a weight off everyone's mind. I still don't feel like I belong here somehow. That's due in part to knowing the truth behind the murders. But it's mostly because of the cold reality the side of the school reminds me of. No CL. No matter how hard I try to put a positive spin on it, CL isn't coming back. I know it's pathetic how hung up on her I am, but that's just... Nandesuka? Well, wait. Hold up, surely I'm dreaming. I must be. Right? But I, of all people, could never mistake her, even from behind. No, it's her. It's really her. It's CL heading to school as if nothing had ever happened. Didn't she literally say goodbye, CL? What the heck? What the heck you doing?
Senpai!
I let out a cry and run towards her. She must have known I was there all along, but she turns around as though she's just noticing me for the first time. What a fucking troll. CL, what the hell, man?
Hi, おはようございます。 ってそうじゃなくて、3度目、こういうの3度目です。先輩帰ったんじゃないんですか？
Does she just like fucking with him? She must. She must.
その予定でしたけど、当面仕事がないようなので残らせていただきました。
Uh-huh, right. Yeah, that's what it was. Sure. Uh-huh.
それにちゃんと卒業までいると約束しましたし、私が遠野くんを置いて帰るわけないじゃな
Funny
いで
thing
すか。
is, though, Mario said he'd sent the executors away. So maybe CL stayed because she thought that was suspicious? I'm not going to leave you behind. A faint smile accompanies those words.
それは。
はい、何ですか？
その言葉通りの意味として受け取っていいんでしょうか？
はい、遠野くんの想像にお任せします。
Okay. Her gentle smile widens as she nods. Right. Okay. I'm too choked up to speak. This might be the happiest moment of my life, or rather the most grateful I've ever felt to be alive. If my self-control faltered for a second, I would throw my arms around her. Even now, I feel the fire in my chest growing. If we weren't in public, there's no telling what I might have done.
先輩。
Dad, yeah, you okay? You still do something now, huh? I grab her hand.
それじゃあもう本当にどこにも行かないんですね。ずっとこのまま学校にいるんですよね。
ですね、ずっと学校にいたらおばあさんになっちゃいます。私は3年生なんですから。
Obviously not
あと
forever.
4ヶ月で
Of
卒業です。
course. Of course not forever.
そうでした。すみません。でも昨日みたいにいきなり帰るなんてことはなくて、ちゃんと話はできるんですよね。
Sure, yeah.
もちろんですとも。初子貫徹はいい言葉です。こうなったら最後までお付き合いしますよ、遠野くん。
For better or worse. For better or worse. Oh boy. A huge sigh of relief escapes my lips. My body is raring to run a dozen laps around a sports field, but my heart, overcome with a deeper sense of peace, convinces me otherwise. I'm so happy I could cry if I weren't afraid of letting a single drop of joy go to waste. I never even realized I could feel this way.
思いのほか落ち着いていますね、遠野くん。
He's incredibly giddy. What do you mean?
実のところ、ちょっと驚かせようと思わないことはなかったのですが。
I mean, you kind of did. So she did know what she was doing. That mean streak of hers is rearing its head again.
嬉しすぎてバカになりそうですけど、自制ぐらいできるんです。それにほら、心のどこかで
Yeah, see how when you do something multiple times, it loses the surprise factor a little bit. I can only hope my expression conveys some of the bliss I feel. I'm sure it does.
そうですか。それは日頃の行いがたたってしまった。
Yeah, maybe.
反省すべきところでしょうか。
Figure out what kind of person you really are, huh? CL averts her gaze in embarrassment.
そろそろ朝礼の時間ですね。
Yeah, you better get in there.
遠野くん、そろそろ行かないと遅刻しちゃいます。
そうだね。それじゃあ先輩、また休み時間に。
Waving goodbye to CL, I set off towards the school building. I sprint all the way to the classroom, a grin plastered on my face the entire time. I like how they forgot to put a space in between the comma and A. The first period passes at a snail's pace. There's a 10-minute break before the next class. 10 10 minutes. That'd be nice.
よし。
I can't wait until lunch. I know I'm getting too worked up, but there ain't no breaks on this train. Time to head to the third-year classrooms. I won't be able to function unless I see CL's face. Damn, you're that dependent.
あれどこかに行っちゃうんですか、遠野くん。
To retrieve you. This random encounter has my head spinning. I reached the stairs to find CL already coming down them.
いえ、先輩を探しに行こうと飛び出したというか。いつも待ってるばかりだから、たまにはこっちから行こうと思ったんです。
Yeah, it's always you coming to him.
それは嬉しいですけど、遠野くん、私のクラスを知らないでしょ。3年の B クラスですから覚えておいてくださいね。
I feel like she said which classroom she was in before. Is this the first time she said she was in the B class? I could have sworn she said it before. Maybe it was in Arquidsru she said it? Or maybe I'm remembering from... No, I don't think did she say it in the original? I don't know. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of Kagetsu Toya, because I think we find out in KT that she's in whichever classroom. I don't know.
なんでしょう、その沈黙。何か不名誉な指摘を受けている気がしますが。
No, it's not anything rude.
茶道部の部費でお茶飲んでるだけじゃなくてよかったなと。感心。
More like eating curry in there all day. Shaking my head.
はい、なんとか授業についていってます。って遠野くん、私のことをそんな風に思ってたんですか？
Seeing as how you're not technically really a student and you were just here for a mission, I mean, can you blame him? Now I've done it. Though to be honest, the thought has crossed my mind.
すみません。あまりに先輩が神出鬼没なんで、よからぬ想像する時もなくはありませんでした。先輩の耳には届いてないだろうけど、1、2年の間じゃ楽しい噂話もあるし。
ほほ、よからぬ想像とは
Yeah, Shiki.
どのような
Do tell, buddy.
授業にいないのにいるように見えたりとか、実は何人にも分身できたりとか、いくらなんでも万能すぎるし、実は学校を裏で牛耳ってるんじゃない？
She probably has some technique that lets her like project an image of herself. Maybe I wouldn't be terribly surprised.
遠野くんはそう思っていたんですか？
No. I sense danger. Our warm rapport has frozen over in an instant. Tread carefully. Poor judgment might cost me my life. I don't think this is a bad end choice, obviously. I think it's just a dialogue thing. Surely you can manage a clone or two. That's what I'm most curious about. So let's see.
分身くらいはできるでしょう。忍者にだってできるんだし、カレーあんなに食べてるんだし。
What does the curry have to do with? Is he mistaking that? I assume this is again probably a Naruto reference. Why curry? Why not? I mean, I guess there's curry ramen, but I feel like that's a stretch. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
失礼、つい体が先にブレてしまいました。
Or maybe it was just a thing that she eats as much curry as Naruto eats ramen, maybe.
それより忍者とカレーは何の関係もありませんよね。
Yeah.
はい、ないですね、そういえば。
I feel like that was more of an after image, though, rather than a clone. So I don't know, no.
根拠のない噂話をしてすみません。
Not that it was unfounded. I just saw this girl split into two. Again, that was more like an after image than anything, but yeah. I saw this girl split into two with my own eyes.
でも先輩、茶道部については疑問があるというか、質問があるというか。
Okay.
前に部員はいないって言ってましたけど、この学校、初めから茶道部そのものがないんじゃないですか。
I mean, the room was there, so I mean.
もしかして本当になかった。
Yeah, I think she probably used her, like, hit suggestion spell thing to trick everyone into thinking there was, maybe.
じゃあ茶道室は先輩が作った、いや、学校側に作らせた謎の空き教室なんですか？
Actually, yeah, no, if it wasn't, wait, yeah, if it wasn't there the entire time, did CL? CL?
さあ、私にはわからないお話みたいです。
Right, okay. CL suddenly becomes very interested in something outside the window. Did she have the school spend a bunch of money to build or convert a room into the... Okay.
いいけど別に。どんな悪さをしても先輩は根っからの悪人じゃないし、誰にも迷惑はかけてないんだろうし。
Aside from wasting school budget, but you know, sure.
でも先輩の暗示ってそんなことまでできちゃうんですか？
ですから遠野くんのお話は点でわからないのでお答えできません。
I stare at her intently, like, A minute passes in an uncomfortable silence.
割としつこいんですね、遠野くん。
Yeah.
別に先輩の目って青いんだよ。
Damn!
見てただけですよ。
Okay, buddy. Hitting her with the Riz. With a defeated sigh, CL finally gives in.
言っておきますが、暗示というものはそんなに都合のいいものじゃないんですよ。人を言いなりになんかできませんし、無理難題を通すこともできません。
Right.
暗示とは物事の捉え方を変えるのではなく、そらすというのが大前提なんです。
So you basically suggested that maybe a tea ceremony room could be a good idea to get people or students interested in, like, the older ways of your older hobbies, perhaps, or something like that.
私がいくら遠野くんはカレーが大好きと言い聞かせても、遠野くん本人がカレーが大嫌いならその暗示は成立しません。
あれ、そうなんですか。じゃあ本人が嫌がっていることは無効化される。
はい。まあそれでも遠野くんにカレーを食べてもらう方法はいくらでもありますけどね。
That feels like a threat. That feels like a threat.
例えば大好きだから食べるというのではなく、食べなければ死んでしまうと暗示をかければ。
Yeah, I get, you know, yeah, no, that I guess that would work.
ああ、なるほど。大嫌いでも食べるしかないですね。なんだ、やっぱり何でもできるじゃないですか、それ。
Yeah, you just have to word things in the correct way. Well, I mean, you'd have to know the person very well to know what route to take. with the spell or with the suggestion you give them, but
だから何でもじゃありませんってば。そういった意味のすげ替えはとても難しいんです。きちんと舞台を整えて、よっぽど上手いストーリーを作らないとかかってくれません。暗示にかかりにくい人も大勢いますし、私にできることなんて私を疑問に思わないという暗示ぐらいです。
Right, sure. I don't know if I entirely believe that, but alright. Oh, that's right. Miss Noelle brought this up before. She said that CL had cast a spell on everyone at school. Something about convincing them that an unfamiliar third year had actually been here all along. In that case, CL's reputation as the true student council president must have been honestly earned. It has nothing to do with magecraft and everything to do with her willingness to lend anyone help, them typos. To lend anyone a helping hand. There's no A there, but...
と、そろそろ時間ですね。また昼休みに来ますけど、体の方は大丈夫ですか？今朝は随分と顔色が悪いようですが。
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
はい。
I look pale? That's odd. I feel like $1,000,000.
大丈夫ですよ。ちょっと寝すぎたのか、体がだるいだけで。
そうですか。頭痛の方はどうです？
そっちは相変わらずかな。でも今朝は調子がいいです。
Now, is you're feeling better a good thing though? Because that could be a symptom of something else.
そもそも少しぐらい痛くてもメガネをかけていれば問題はありません。
そうですか。それを聞いて安心しま
Yeah,
した。
we'll see. We'll see if that lasts. We'll see.
でも油断は禁物ですよ。事件は解決しましたが、何があるかわかりませんから。というわけで、
Yes, Mom. We have our phone on us. Shake my head.
携帯ですか？
I take my phone out of my pocket. Then, with a shock, I see CL taking hers out too. Oh yeah, they still don't have each other's numbers. I just realized they never exchanged numbers. Could it be?
はい。これが私のメールアドレスと電話番号です。よかったら、遠野くんのアドレスも教えてくれますか？大事な話はメールや電話の方
I
がいいと思い
mean,
ます。
if you insist, I mean, who am I to say no?
はい、もちろん。ちょっと待って。
My heart races as I fiddle with my phone. I must look incredibly lame, but I'm just a small town boy at heart, and she's a big city girl. Here soon I'm gonna be taking the midnight train. I'm not used to this kind of thing.
はい、確かにいただきました。それじゃあ、何かおかしなことがあったら遠慮なく相談してください。
Well, he will. Oh, don't you worry about that. He'll call you. With one last dazzling smile, CL heads down the stairs. I watch her go. Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. Savoring the afterglow of our conversation. I'm still basking in my euphoria when the bell rings for a second period. By the end of fourth period, the classroom is abuzz. It's about to be lunch, of course, but that's the least of it. The main reason is the surprise announcement that Mr. Kamokashigeru, Jesus, the physics teacher, just dropped on us.
連絡があるのを忘れていました。今日の授業は私でおしまいです。校舎に欠陥が発見されたので、午後は工事のための調査が入ります。
Okay. Sure. I mean, free afternoon off?
皆さんはこのまま午後2時までに下校するように。食堂は1時まで空いていますので、定期食券を持っている生徒の方は利用しても構いません。ではでは。
Apparently, parts of the school building are sinking. I was concerned at first that it might have something to do with Roa's old hideout, but he's no longer a danger. Besides, if that were the cause, I'm sure CL would be doing something about it. Odds are it's no concern of ours. Yeah. A dozen or so students are still hanging around the classroom, trying to figure out how to spend their afternoon. Naturally, I am one of them. Should I wait for CL here, or should I head to the tea ceremony room? Or should I take advantage of that newly acquired phone number? Our class's very own Sleeping Beauty, fresh from a morning spent slumped across his desk, approaches me with an ominous grin. Actually, he's not, thank you.
今日はえらくストレートに来たな。何か嫌なことでもあったのか、お前。別に。今日はわけもなく親友と遊びに行きたくなっただけだぜ。
I mean, I guess not. He couldn't be more suspect if he tried. Whether he's in dire financial straits or just needs someone to be his guinea pig, he's obviously got some ulterior motive.
お断りだ。どうせ約束をすっぽかされたかな。今日は先輩と帰るんだから、お前の愚痴に付き合ってやる余裕はないよ。
Yeah, get food, Dinui, get food.
先輩？先輩って、シエル先輩？
Yes. See, that's the problem with them swapping senpai with the person's name. Is like it makes this sound weird because he goes with senpai, and then you mean CL senpai, and then but then in the text it already says with CL. Yeah. But I guess I don't know. That's unironically why I kind of prefer like those old fan subtitles for like anime, because they'll just leave it as senpai. Like they won't try and like translate it or anything. They'll just leave it as senpai. It's like it just because like it just works better. Like, as long as you know, as long as people who are playing these games or watching those anime know what senpai means, which like 90% of people who, I would say like more like 99% of people who watch anime should know what it means. You may as well just leave it at that. Like, don't change it to the person's name, because then you have, I don't know. It's a non-issue really. It's just one of those little things that kind of bugs me.
そうだけど、有彦、お前先輩のことを覚えてるのか？
Yeah, if she decided to stick around, she's obviously gonna put the memories back.
何ですかそれは？先輩は俺の大本命だぞ。忘れるわけないでしょうが。
Yeah. He says it so confidently, you'd never think he once did. I guess it makes sense, now that CL has returned, everything's back to the way it was. This guy included. Though according to CL's explanation, it seems like that would fall outside the scope of her spell.
あ、先輩だ！やっほー！
Arihiko waves CL over. Buddy, you are too obvious.
お待たせしました、遠野くん。乾くんもこんにちは。
CL gives a polite bow.
予定が変わってしまいましたけど、どうします？
Yeah, you surely had nothing to do with it, right?
遠野くんはお家に帰りますか？それとも茶道室に寄っていきます？
Good question.
茶道室に行きます。このまま帰ると正門でお別れになるし、今日はもっと先輩と話がしたいから、茶道室でゆっくりお茶を。
Arihiko, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Someone grabs my shoulders and shakes me back and forth.
こんにちは！起きてますか？
Yeah. We're home. It's Arihiko, of course.
なんだよ、有彦。まだ
didn't realize you were still here. Okay.
ずっとてめえの目の前にいたっつうの。そしてあまりのたわごとに覚醒したっつうの。
Can't watch what, buddy? Go on.
そのあれだ、あんまりこういうのに口出しする趣味はねえが、今のはあんまりにもあれだったんで口出しする。
What could you what do you mean intervention? What could we possibly need an intervention about? Arihiko glares at me, and then at CL. CL and I share a quick glance.
あのね、君たち、せっかくの反動をどうしてそういう風にしか使えねえんだよ。作動室に寄っていくとか正気を失う、いや疑うレベルだからな。
Is he being a good wingman? Is he like, bro, go into town. Here's some money. Go. Buy her food.
ここは人工失楽園、21世紀の東京だぜ。もっとマシな遊び場はあそこに山ほど転がってるだろうが。
That's a good point. Tokyo has a lot to do. Arihiko gestures theatrically to the window.
どこでしょうか。
窓の外はまあ要するに
Yeah, go touch grass. I offhandedly answer on Arihiko's behalf. Apparently that was a mistake, because Arihiko launches right into another rant.
どうの？お前がそんなだから先輩までボケちまってんのさ。
I mean, she's also pretty clueless about this stuff too, Arihiko.
まだ昼なんだぞ。駅前なんて徒歩10分なんだ。ついでに俺たちは学生なんだぞ。
We'll give a suggestion then, man.
これだけの条件が揃っていて、どうして街で遊びまくる企画力がねえんだよ、お前は。
I hope you don't mean literally. How dense can he be? Obviously that's crossed my mind. I just haven't suggested it because... Yeah, CL, yeah, I steal a glance at CL. She seems the type to enjoy a casual stroll around a park over some extravagant outing in town. I'm sure she would enjoy a outing. It's not the first thing that would come to her mind, probably. I'm sure that if I suggested something like that, she would just turn me down.
乾君の意見はもっともです。
Oh?
遠野くんへのご褒美もありますし、せっかくなので3人で遊びに行きましょうか。
Do we gotta bring this guy though? I mean... Shake my head. Why we gotta bring this fucking guy along?
いいじゃないですか。たまにはこういうのも。
I guess.
もう何も気兼ねをする必要もないんですし、遠野くんと乾くんと3人で遊びに行くんならきっと楽しいです。
まあ、先輩がいいって言うなら俺も嬉しいけど。
Yeah, you know, maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe Arihiko won't be... you know, we'll see. I don't trust Arihiko. He's our boy, but well, no, when it comes to CL, I don't know if I trust him.
はい。乾くんもいいですよね。
I have no earthly idea what that expression is supposed to convey.
それじゃあ決まりですね。
Yeah, what is that? What is that look on his... Arihiko, buddy. Please. Please. Just stop.
お二人ともお昼ご飯はどうします？お家で食べてくるか、それとも3人で一緒に食べましょうか。
Probably I'll go together somewhere.
いや、それは学校でいつもやってるし、外食する分の金は遊びに回そう。俺も有彦もあんまり持ってないし。
That's reasonable.
なあ、有彦。
俺、兄貴に金借りてもいいかも。
Alright, buddy. Or not. Looks like he's got his heart set on lunch with CL.
先輩はなんか外で食べに行きたいところとかある？
食べに行きたいところですか？
Curry.
特にリクエストはありませんけど、そうですね。あまり値段が高いところはちょっと。
Like curry place, maybe?
そっか。
I don't think curry is very expensive.
そりゃお金がかかるか。
違います。
Oh, it's not, is it? Okay, sure.
なんてことを言うんですか、遠野くんは。
The data I've collected during my time in the tea ceremony club would speak for itself, but it's probably wiser to let this drop. Yeah, no, you shouldn't. Yeah, you probably shouldn't comment on how much she eats. That's probably, you probably shouldn't have even brought it up.
いいです。私も乾くんに賛成です。今から3人でお昼ご飯を食べに行きましょう。映画館の横にある喫茶店のインド風パイが美味しいと聞いて、いつか行こうと決めていたんです。
Yeah, it could be good.
お、アーネンエルブとは通だね先輩。あの喫茶店のマスター、どこぞのイタリア料理の達人らしいぜ。
Okay. Sure, yeah, and an airbay, yeah. Where have we heard that before? How is Arihiko so up to date on the latest gastronomic gossip?
それでは映画館の前に30分後に集合としましょう。
Wait, is that the place that... It's obviously the place that the Neko arcs run in Carnival Phantasm, but... Is that also where Yumizuka... Because I don't remember, did Yumizuka say what the name of the place she worked at was in... earlier in the route? That she gave us a coupon for that we never ended up using? Or was it Arkwood's route where that happened? No, it was this route. We might see Mizuka there, maybe. And we have the coupon still. Oh, let's meet from the cinema in a half hour.
いいですね、遠野くん。
Yeah, sure.
いや先輩、俺家に帰るのに30分かかるんだけど。
それでは解散です。遅刻者は食後のデザートを振る舞う系にします。
God damn it, CL. I don't think it'll matter though, because if this is anything like the original Tsukihime, we're gonna collapse and pass out right when we get there, I think. I actually really hope it's not the same, and that we actually go through with this outing, but we'll see. Because I actually do want to see...
おーし、盛り上がってきたな、殿。シエル先輩と親密になるチャンスは今。
What happened if we don't collapse? Yeah, good luck with that, man. You surely have a chance. Surely.
ところで、いっそ1日ぐらい遅れてくれても構わないですよ。
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen, buddy. With that, Arihiko dashes out of the classroom. Things have quickly gotten out of hand.
いいか。
I'm still getting to spend my afternoon with CL, even if Ramvina went along. In that sense, I'm luckier than I have any right to be. I pick up my bag and follow Arihiko out of the classroom. Huffing and puffing, I arrive at the bottom of the hill. It took 15 minutes to get here from school. I've obliterated my previous record, but it's still nowhere near enough. And now you have to run uphill to get to the mansion. 5 minutes later. By running myself ragged, I've managed to get home in 20 minutes. But it'll easily take me 20 more to get ready and to make it back to the station. CL knows I live on top of a hill. She definitely did this on purpose.
もう
I mean, hey, just ask Kohaku to drive you back down.
時々思い出したように意地悪になるんだから先輩は。
Or I'm sure maybe there's a bike lying around somewhere, maybe. Potentially. Probably not. I tumble into the lobby and finally come to a stop. With my shoulders heaving, I slow myself to a fast walk. I don't think my heart can take much more. Besides, it's poor manners to run indoors.
四季様、お帰りになられたのですか?
Yeah, no, school was let out due to structural issues.
ただいま、今帰ってきた。すぐに出かけるから昼飯は用意しなくていいよ。
I greet Hisui as she emerges from the parlor and head up the stairs. Yeah, no, we're gonna collapse, aren't we? We're not gonna get to see them hang out. I'm mad. Throb. Throb. Suddenly, without a hint of warning. Throb. My vision turns blood red. We just fell down the stairs. Oh boy.
四季様!
Oh, she sounded horrified. I can just make out Hisui's voice, followed by the muffled patter of footsteps on carpet. She's far more flustered than I would expect based on her usual mild demeanor.
四季様、お怪我はありませんか?
I mean, he just fell down the stairs, so probably. I hear a voice by my ear, but I can't see its source. Skull-shattering agony is all I know.
落ち着いて、翡翠ちゃん。階段から落ちた怪我は軽い打撲だけよ。
Yeah, about that, Kohaku. We're in more pain than just a few bumps and bruises.
それより危ないのは体の熱です。階段を踏み外しても熱のせいでしょうから。すぐにベッドの用意をして。はい。姉さん、このことは秋葉様には。
Probably?
このまま大事がなければお知らせする必要はありません。
Yeah, see, again, I'm already distrustful of Kohaku because of the original, but like certain things she does, including this right here, is like, yeah, no, she's hella sus. like I know she's probably gonna have the same like reveal in the twins' roots in the remade version when that comes out, but I just it's so seeing all these red flags, man. Like, why wouldn't you inform Akiha?
解熱剤は私の部屋にあるからお願い。
Yeah, fever medication, uh-huh. Hisui's footsteps recede into the distance.
四季さん、気がつかれました？
紅白さん。
I wonder if the red flags I get from her, that do people who never played the original get weird vibes from her? Surely they must, right? Like, surely, because like there's so, again, they're few and far between. But there is some weird things that she says and does sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess I guess in that one ending where we get locked in a room that somehow becomes non-exitable, I guess no one who didn't play the original would have any reason to believe that it wasn't Hisui. But I don't know.
はい。四季さん、階段から転がってきたんですよ。背中を軽く打ってしまわれましたが、幸い大事はありません。
I would argue any tumble down the stairs is relatively serious, but sure.
ですが、熱が終わりのようですね。お出かけの予定かと存じますが、どうか今日はこのままお休みください。
You're probably right. Good thing we have CL's phone number. Kohaku takes hold of my shoulders and helps me to my feet.
いや、大丈夫。休まなくてもすぐ収まります。
いけません。そんな青い顔をして何をおっしゃっているんですか。四季さんのお体を見る者としてこれ以上の無茶はさせられません。
She's probably right, Shiki. If you push yourself, who knows what could happen.
でも、約束が。
お断りの連絡でしたら引き受けます。あんまり無茶するようでしたらお注射の出番ですから。
No, we don't need that. Kohaku adjusts her stance, ready to stop me by whatever means necessary. I hear my skull splitting apart. What? She's in my way. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. I stumble forward, fighting the pain stabbing into my brain.
いけません、四季さん。
Kohaku, you should probably get away from him.
そんなお体で出かけられては私どもが秋葉様に叱られます。
Yeah. Who cares? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Watch a different playthrough. For now, Kohaku's their favorite character. They didn't play the original. Oh, man, okay. I guess maybe I'm reading too much into some things because I know what she's actually about. I don't know. Maybe I am. I don't know. It's just, I feel again. Yeah, maybe the red flags that are obvious to OG players aren't red flag. I don't know. Again, it's hard to imagine that perspective having played the original. I don't know. I know Kotaku is right, or Kohaku. I mean, here's the thing. I don't dislike Kohaku, by the way. I should make that clear. She had reasons for why she does what she does. Pretty damn good reasons. It's still. But you know, just I'm still distrustful of her from yeah. But I don't dislike her as a character. I should make that. Yeah, they should be any bad Kohaku thing to following Akia's orders. I guess that that makes sense. With how honestly, with how overtly sus Akiha is, I could see where that comes from. Heading down with this migraine is just asking to collapse in the middle of the street. No matter how badly I want to go, I should stay home and recuperate. But I didn't choose that option, did I? Just like I've done for the past 7 years. I don't like this whole fading into darkness thing. I don't. Okay. This time I have something I care about. And more to the point, something tells me that if I don't see CL today, I'll never see her again. Not as I am now. Oh?
約束が終わりでしたら、私が代理で断りに参ります。
Yeah, maybe ask them to come by.
機会は何度でもありますでしょ。四季さんは部屋に戻って。
Whenever there's that cutoff with the hyphen, or the really long hyphen, I'd get scared. No, I won't. Counting on another chance is a luxury I've never had.
いけません、四季さ
Okay, he didn't attack her. That's good. I was afraid. I think this happened last time too, because I think this happened in the original. Because I remember him going out and collapsing after he gets there. I didn't remember this part here, but I think this happened in the original too. And I was scared back then that he would attack her as well. Luckily he didn't. Luckily he didn't. I know Kohaku only has my best interest at heart, but I shoved past her and dashed through the doors. I keep running, fighting the urge to throw up, as though seeking sanctuary in my plans with Ciel, as though fleeing from something I cannot name. I force myself to run, even as my body feels like it's about to give out. I think the worst part about this, or at least in the original, is we see Ciel with like a brand new outfit for literally like 2 minutes, and then we never see it again. The city is filled with food? The city is filled with people. The sun is so bright. The sight of all this rote activity disgusts me. They're supposed to be intelligent creatures. Why are they milling around like a colony of termites? I don't know, man. My mind is in a fog. With all this pain and nausea, it feels like it isn't my own. I look around. Ciel has to be here somewhere. But my head is so hazy that I can't make her out. I can't find her. There's too many people. Oh, are you gonna trim the number of people down, maybe? What I can't see her. It's too crowded. I can't. There's no point. My head. Tono-kun?
遠野くん本当に時間通りに来たんですか
Oh, he got here in less than 10 minutes apparently. Because it took him 20 minutes to get home. And then however many minutes with Hisui and Kohaku after the steroid deal, and now... Interesting. Very interesting. I hear the voice I've been searching for. But I'm too exhausted even to lift my head.
全力で走ってきてくれたんですね。
Yeah.
さっきは意地悪をしちゃってごめんなさい。私も自分の立場を忘れてはしゃいでしまって。
She's got nothing to apologize for, but she's doing it anyway. That's just one more thing I love about her.
遠野くん
Oh, we don't even see her in a new outfit this time. It's just straight to passing out. Oh, they're like, oh, people were mad that we gave her a whole new outfit in the original that we didn't see after this one scene. So we just won't show it in the remake. Like, okay, I'll see you, Nasu. Instead of just using the outfit for more things, we just remove it entirely. Okay. I feel awful. But I'm glad I came. Ciel must have been looking forward to this too. Well, to see you collapse probably isn't nice though. I just have to get through this dizzy spell, and we can go and have some fun. Just like we always do. Her OG casual clothes are too antiquated. isn't that the red outfit? Like the red... Hang on. Let me double check to make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. Tsukihime CL casual outfit. No, I want the original, not the... It's showing me like mock-ups of a casual outfit for like the original, the remake version of her. I want the original. Tsukihime 2000. Ugh. Why is it so hard to find? Her wiki page apparently doesn't have it either. Where? Really? Not anywhere on this page, is it? Really? Tsukihime, 2000 casual outfit. Date? Bro, no, I can't find a single image of it. Whatever, I don't care. I don't care. I can't be bothered. I forgot how to casual clothes, seal sprite in the data book. That's not used in game. I don't want to open it up though. Okay, whatever. When I wake, I find myself in a bed. I looked up like Tsukihime 2000 CL casual outfit. I couldn't find it. Whatever. My anemia must be acting up because my limbs don't seem to work. Who needs limbs? Limbs are overrated. I look around as best I can with only my head. I'm back in the Tono mansion. Outside, the sun is setting. Hisui is here, watching over me as I sleep like a creep.
Shiki-sama, お目覚めになられましたか?
Barely.
翡翠、俺はどうして？
シキ様は外出先でお倒れになられました。ご同伴されていたご学友様から連絡があり、シキ様をお屋敷にお連れした次第です。
How nice of them.
そうか。
How nice.
結局。
Yeah, basically you went out and freaked them out for no good reason. I shoved Kohaku. For no reason whatsoever. Yeah.
バカみたいだ。琥珀さんに合わせる顔がない。
As regret sets in, my headache returns. And I can barely feel my arms and legs, but my pain receptors seem to work just fine. That's,
翡翠。体どうなったんだ？
I mean, yes. Yes.
ご安心ください。シキ様のお体に大事はありませんでした。姉さんが処方した鉄剤も鎮痛剤もありますから、頭痛がするようでしたらお飲みください。
そうか。ひどくなったら自分で飲むから。
Will you?
そこに
Why do I feel like I shouldn't trust you on that? Hisui places a silver tray by my bedside, loaded with medicine from Kohaku and a glass of water, and exits the room. I crawl out of bed, down the pills, and crawl back in.
仕方ないさ。
Yeah.
大丈夫。慣れてる。
Well, that's a depressing statement. I mean, it's true, I guess, but it's depressing to hear it out loud. A memory of Ciel's smile flits across my mind. I close my eyes, trying to shut it out. The best thing I can do now is sleep. My headache will be gone by nightfall, I'm sure. Surely. Surely it will. Definitely nothing weird gonna happen. Yeah. I wake up struggling to breathe. Quickly I get out of bed, change my clothes, and retrieve my knife from the drawer. What do you need that for, buddy? There's always a pitcher of water in the dining room. I'll go downstairs and get myself a drink. Of the water, right? Right? Why do you need the knife for that, buddy? I make my way to the dining room. Dining room! To the dining room! Right. To the dining room. What dining room, though? Didn't necessarily mean the Tono Mansion dining room. It's the wrong side of midnight. The corridors of the mansion are deserted. There's no one out here to cross paths with. No one to present me with an opportunity. I chose the wrong time. If I'd emerged even an hour earlier, I could have afforded to be a little pickier. Oh, that's long hair? Scrape, scrape, scrape. A scraping sound accompanies me as I walk. The scraping of feet against the floor. The scraping of someone else's feet. I chose the right time. If I'd emerged even an hour earlier, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy such a leisurely stroll. Scrape, scrape, scrape. I drag her by the hair as I walk. Her hair, long and sleek like Akiha's. That's why I chose her. Their faces look nothing alike, but that hair is captivating. Crossing the lobby, I arrive at the dining room. I release a fistful of hair. The woman flops to the ground, unconscious. She isn't dead. Not yet, anyway. Seeing as I missed dinner, I wanted to be sure my meal would satisfy my hunger. The blood of the dead, cold and unappetizing, lacks vitality. Or so I've heard. The woman's bare nape, unblemished by makeup, has the pale translucence of fine confectionery. This will do. With my knife still clutched in one hand, I lower my mouth to her neck. Huh? And then I wake up. It was all a dream. Yeah, a dream. A sick, twisted dream. Yeah, this definitely wasn't you seeing what the other person inside of you was doing. Gradually, my surroundings sharpen into focus. My throat feels as dry as bone. Every hair on my body is standing on end. What the hell was that? Why would I dream about something like that? Just sneaking into town, creeping up on a woman from behind, then knocking her out and dragging her into an alley? At least it was only a dream. If I'd actually done that, well, I really would be crazy. I mean, to be fair, it technically wasn't you, so to speak, kind of. It finally dawns on me just how hard I'm breathing, and takes me a moment to calm down. I press my fingers into my eyelids and breathe deep. My chest is too sore for me to go back to sleep. I'll turn on the lights and read until morning comes. Then a bucket of cold water is upended on my head. As my eyes adjust to the darkness. We're not in bed, are we? And what lies within? Yeah, about that being a dream. My breath freezes in my lungs. I'm not in my room. I'm in a grimy back alley with a naked knife in my hand, and lying there in front of me is a woman I've never seen, out cold on the ground. Well, I assume before getting knocked out, she probably saw his face, so it's either he kills her, or she turns him into the police, you know? Have them drop a sketch based off her memory, bada bing, bada boom. So kill her. End her life. What is this? What am I doing? Wasn't I dreaming? How can this be real? It has to be a dream. After all, when have I ever wanted to do this? Now. Assaulting a stranger, running my knife lovingly along the lines written on her tender skin, cutting her into pieces just to see her blood. I would never, ever... Yeah? My head spins with unfamiliar memories. Red blood, warm blood, wet, thirst-quenching blood. I want nothing to do with the thoughts in my head. Yet I can't help but long to see that beautiful color again. Do it, do it, do it, do it. The impulse pounds in rhythm with my heart. I don't understand. It's almost like I'm a vampire. Like I'm no different from them. A beast free of humanity and all its tedious shackles. But I remember. Something similar Miss Noelle told me. Goodbye. I'm afraid your luck's run out. Aren't you? No, come on, admit it already. The real Shiki died years ago, and all that's left is a murdering psychopath. You just haven't realized it yet. Yeah, it's all bullshit. And yet, here I am. How can I explain what I'm doing right now? Why, even as I'm processing all this, am I holding my knife to this woman's throat? And last night, why do I remember gorging myself on blood? Yeah? What about Sunday, You were? Go on. And then I realized why something seemed off this morning. Why it felt like there was a hole in my brain. For the entirety of Saturday and Sunday, 2 whole days, my memory is blank. Scouring my memories, I find that I have some faint recollections of Saturday. Sunday, however, is gone. There's nothing left. How long has this been happening? Remake Shiki doesn't have school on Saturdays? But he just said he had faint memories of Saturday, which I assume was this stuff. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no, it goes from day 11 to day 14. Yeah, I know, you're right. Huh. So, yeah, Saturday would be gone, too. How long has this been happening? All of Roa's hosts think they're normal until they turn into someone else overnight. How much time have I spent as someone else? She's waking up! But then what memories of Saturday does he remember? Because he says he remembers some of Saturday. The woman's eyelids flutter. Her consciousness stirs. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. If she wakes up and sees me, it's all over. I can't talk my way out of this. My only choice is to use my knife and dispose of the evidence, or my life is over. You care more about your life being over than someone's life? My knife moves of its own accord. No. Stop. I don't even need to see her lines. If I do this, there's no going back. Why hesitate? After all, I'll forever be. This won't be the first throat you've cut, now will it? Something less than livestock. My fingers are paralyzed. I can't move them one way or the other. Shiki? I hear the woman's voice. A moment later, she registers the knife at her throat. Lady, chill. Her cry is drowned out by my own. I scream and scream like a broken siren. Okay, he didn't kill her? I'm at a full sprint before I even realize that I'm running. She definitely saw his face, though. My fingers are trembling. My head is filled with... Okay, I guess to be fair, though, you know, attempted murder slash... kidnapping, essentially, because he knocked her out and dragged her off. That's kidnapping. Is this, I guess, a lesser of a sentence than... Actually, would that even make it... Would that even be attempted murder? Because, like... I guess they could argue that it is, but, like... After waking up, he kind of ran away rather than attempting to stab her or anything, so I guess, I don't know. My head is filled with white noise. But I managed to move my feet before I moved my hand. That's good. If she'd been the one to scream first, then it would have been a very different story. That's a crazy-ass laugh. Yeah, you probably assault or... Yeah. Because again, I feel like they would... Because yeah, she doesn't really know his intentions, right? Like, like for all she knows, maybe he was about to go through her pockets for like money or something. It's like the... So I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard to build a case over attempted murder. They could try, but I think it'd probably end up just being assault and... yeah. Fear. I feel fear. And obviously kidnapping. A colder and more visceral fear than I've ever known. Well, assault and battery, I guess, because he had to knock her out somehow. Because battery is when you actually make contact, right? Assault is when you try, like, swing at someone but miss. But battery is when you make contact, I think. It's coming. I feel it looming over me. However far I run, I'll never escape the terror of my own self. He slammed that door. Someone's definitely woken up. Someone's definitely woken up from that. Diving into my room, I try to lock the door behind me. My hands take hold of the metal handle, but it just spins uselessly with a rattle. Bro is bugging. I feel fear. If I can't lock this door, something will get in. Something beyond my comprehension. The door. I have to lock the door. I can't let anything get in. I can't let anything get out. But what is it I'm afraid of? I don't know. I don't know, but I continue fighting with the lock like a madman. Only the doorknob is turning, not the lock. My fingers are clenched around it and won't let go. I turn it manically. Rattle, rattle, rattle. The noise pierces my eardrums and scrapes against my brain. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Snick. In a sudden rage, I drive my knife through the wrist of the hand fused to the doorknob. The rattling stops at last. Squelch, squelch. My hand slips on the knob. I can't get a hold of it. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because you severed the fucking like nerves and muscles that control your hand. Squelch, 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 crack, crack, squelch, crack. I break 3 fingers before I realize it's pointless. Bruh. Before I realize I'm done for. My other hand refuses to let go of the knife, so I'm never going to get this door unlocked. Or door locked. Not, I don't know why I said unlocked. Seeing no other option, I stab my knife into my palm to make a socket. Ha! It worked! Giddy at my success, I press the hole against the lock. Squelch! With a rush of agony so hilarious I think my mouth might split from laughing. The metal slots into place. I twist my hand, giggling deliriously. Squelch, click. The lock finally turns. There, a job well done. What the fuck? What in the actual fuck? I can't stop giggling. It's making me thirsty, so I try to break through the door to go to the dining room. But it won't open. It won't open. It won't open. So I do the only thing I can. I press my blood-stained palm to my lips and gulp down the warm red liquid oozing from it. It tastes disgusting. My throat is still human, unequipped to handle the viscosity. I lock eyes with the stranger reflected in the window. He's at once the happiest and the most wretched creature I've ever seen. That's when it sinks in. It's all over for us. Jesus fucking Christ, Shiki. What the fuck? What the fuck was that whole fucking sequence? Okay. So he's not okay. Holy fuck, man. You know, I want to see what the hell is gonna happen next, but I kind of need to stop there. So, yeah, no, we'll, I think instead of doing a watch-along on Sunday, I think we'll continue this. Because, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck? I know I said last week that I would try and do, like, Saturdays and Thursdays, so I could finish Tsuki, but because I'm not streaming Friday, Saturday is gonna be Grand Order, so that's why I'm saying I'll do this Sunday. But yeah, that I don't remember that absolute crash out in the original. I'm pretty sure that's new. That's yeah. Yeah. What'll occur then? I assume someone's gonna discover. I assume Hisui will discover the blood. I mean, it's the door is locked. She won't even be able to get in, I guess. So like, I don't know. I have to assume that between him slamming the front door and then running through the house and slamming his bedroom door, someone woke up and heard his freak out. They had to have. Like, there's no way someone, especially since they're one of the twins are usually awake at any given point, right? So someone had to have heard him. There's no way. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, that's gonna do it. Well, yeah, we'll see what the hell's gonna happen on Sunday. But for now, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you later. Peace.